Hello everyone. So today I'm going to present you a project to bring a new business to Brazil and compare it to a similar project that is today a success in my country of origins, Tunisia. The project is, as you can see, about Franciscan well, a brewery, and the concept will be to build a brew pub in São Paulo. So the idea comes from the Irish brewery that was founded in 1998. I'm going to do a small introduction to the business. So it's from Cork, a city in Ireland, and it is famous because it is using cork water to make its beer, and that water is believed to have miraculous and curative properties. It has won many awards, and only in 2015 they have won 6 of them at the most prestigious competition, the World Beer Award. They have a wide range of products, with a core range with lager, ale, stout and wheat beer, a special range with coffee powder and the rosemary and clementine ale, and the Jameson range with the Jameson aged stout and Jameson pale ale. So, as you can see now, this is all of the product. And let's see now why it's so special.
We were looking as a brewer to push the boundaries, push the limits. At the time, nobody was barrel aging beer in Ireland. So took a chance, spoke to Dave, fully expecting Dave to say no.
He asked me during the conversation if he could get some Jameson whiskey barrels, because he had an idea that the stout that he produces would work well and finely matured in some Jameson whiskey barrels.
If you don't ask, you never know. My background is a publican. I'm not a traditional brewer.
Shane, he opened this brewery back in 1998.
I'm self-taught. I learned how to brew. Luckily, seem to have a bit of a gift for it.
He was one of the very first craft brewers to start production here in this country.
We both have the same vision. We both want to push the boundaries. We both want to be the best that we can be. It's a match made in heaven. We didn't know really what it was going to turn out like.
Wow.
I don't think anybody expected something as good as this to come out of the barrels.
You still have all of that character.
We decided that, to be honest, more on a whim than in any design, that we would refill them with fully mature Jameson whiskey. Didn't take us long to realise that the whiskey was quite special, quite unique. Castmates is still essentially Jameson whiskey, but with some added tasting characteristics. Dark chocolate, coffee, butterscotch, you get a little hoppy character just supporting it all.
I said, this is amazing. I knew as a beer drinker and I knew my customer base that it would be something that they would be interested in.
You know, we had a collaboration that has worked in both ways.
Absolutely.
So he had that same sense of Cinemeto, give it a shot, have a go at it. There is an Irish saying, is Federling, translated, simply means yes we can. Shane probably felt a little uneasy about asking, but it was an easy decision. You won't get anywhere without taking a chance, and Cinemeto is at the heart of that.
They certainly live up to their motto. Cheers, Dave.
Thanks to this video, you can now understand why Franciscan Well is a special beer producer. I am going now to talk about the idea behind this concept. Several reasons are behind this idea. First, as Tunisia, Brazil is a huge beer consumer. Tunisia is the second biggest Arabic country in terms of alcohol consumption and 33rd in the world, and it has in common with Brazil that 60% of its consumption is for beer only. But it will also bring a new brand and a new product on the market, like for example the rosemary and clementine ale. This is a woman's favorite because of its sweet flavors. Last year in Brazil, the beer industry represented something huge. 14 billion liters produced, 74 billion Brazilian reais of revenues. But I have noticed one thing here in São Paulo. It is that there are a lot of bars, but only few brew pubs. Some, like Craft and Draft, are doing well here in São Paulo, but they are mostly serving American and Brazilian beers, and the best one comes from Europe, as we know. They have a Belgian beer, but it costs 33 reais for a pint only. So there is a lack of these brew pubs here in São Paulo. The weather are quite different here, but this is how the concept could look like. It looks rustic in appearance, but modern in fact. This idea could be a great one for several reasons. The first one is obvious. Brazilians love beer. So why not be the first to bring a new one, an exclusive beer to them? The second one is that there are opportunities on the market. Here, beers are simple and do not target a specific group. With a wide range of beer from Franciscan well, you can target women with the flavored beers, connoisseurs with the award-winning one, and also whiskey lovers with the Jameson range. It will also be an opportunity to expand then to the Brazilian other cities and being recognized as the first to have done this in Brazil. So now, let's do a small comparison with my home market, Tunisia. So as we said earlier, both countries like beers a lot. 60% of both their consumption in alcohol is dedicated to beer only. Therefore, this market is very profitable. For example, in Tunisia, the SFBT, which is the biggest beer production company in Tunisia, annual revenue increased by 234% this year, and here in Brazil, the market represents 74 billion reais. The weather is quite different, making the consumption different too. In Tunisia, people tend to drink only pale ale because it's a hot, dry and sunny country. The wide range from Franciscan well suits more the Brazilian market as it rains more here, and in Tunisia, strong beer are mostly sold in winter. Here, it could be all the year. It also seems like it could be easier to open a brew pubs in Brazil than in Tunisia, because in Tunisia obtaining liquor licenses are very hard and it's also very expensive. It's a huge investment in Tunisia and it could be easier here in Brazil. So now let's do a SWOT of the company to give an overview of its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. It's a well-known brand with a good reputation. They have won a lot of awards. It has a wide range of products with 8 different types, bringing variety and exclusivity. They are also very active on social network with a communication that is targeted to a fan and that involves them a lot. The problem is that it is a small company and has for now a low distribution rate as all of its products are Cork made. And because of the high quality products, prices are quite high. The opportunities are that they are open to innovation and could be inclined to create a Brazilian product if the project is doing well here. The beer consumption is still expanding, taking other alcohol places, and they have the opportunity to target connoisseurs and women in Brazil that likes beers, which has never been done here before. But they'll have to watch out for the advertising policy in São Paulo. It is even more strict than in Ireland and Tunisia. They will also have to watch out for local competitors because there are many of them. And to the local weather that can influence its consumption. Thank you a lot for watching me, and I hope to see you next time.